Crypto is now becoming a legit asset class when in 2017 to about 2022, they told you it was rat poison, used for money laundering, and your asset managers and your financial advisors told you to run for the hills when anybody mentioned cryptocurrency. But now, as we sit, the wild, wild west has calmed down, and now we're getting regulation, a Bitcoin ETF. But I have a huge, huge caution for you. First, they resist it. Then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. We're in the regulation and joining phase, which will take a couple years. And during that time, it's going to be extremely volatile. Remember, how do you get people to react through emotions? So, if you want to get this through the central banks and through the centralized systems, then you got to create a problem, right? So, the next bull run, I believe, is going to be one of the greatest opportunities for people to make a lot of money in cryptocurrency. But if you don't have an exit plan, and you don't have a plan outside of cryptocurrency, you're going to be one of the victims of the collapse like 2022. So in today's video, I'm going to break down my narrative, not financial advice, and exactly what I'm doing. So my name is Coach JB. What I work to do is make very complex macro and microeconomic strategies very simple so the normal everyday person can implement them. I keep everything simple. There's a risk pyramid. On the left side is high risk, high return. You can put crypto right at the top of that. Super high risk, high return, extremely volatile. I pull profits as everybody's coming in. So on the back end of 2024 through 2025, I'll be pulling 50% of my portfolio, my profits from cryptocurrency, because I don't trust the system. I'm pulling it down to the bottom of the risk pyramid, and I insure my wealth. I insure my family, and I insure my wealth in insurance-based products. So if you want to learn how I do that, click the description down below. You can set up a free consultation with my licensed insurance team, or click the bio in my social media platform, set up a free consultation. It's completely separate from my 3T Warrior Academy. You can also join my Education Academy, where we have tons of resources to help you, live calls, all kinds of great stuff. We've been helping people since 2020. Over 8,000 people have been helped with financial literacy, financial discipline, and understanding how we did this during these volatile times. You can join 7 days for free. Click the description down below or my social media platform. My insurance company and the 3T Warrior Academy are completely separate entities. So let's dive right into this today. All right. So we went from cryptocurrency as a fraud to it being now a legit asset class. But remember, guys, first they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Okay. Now we're in regulation and joining phase. The great news about that, it's going to be extremely volatile. The bad news about that is they want a piece of the pie. So let's think about this. This is just my opinion, okay? If you created a problem, it created a reaction in the people, FTX collapsing, Celsius collapsing, making the markets collapse down with the big money coming in, you freak out the public and they make you believe that it's unsafe, it's not worthy. And wait a minute, what if your banks start custody your cryptocurrency? Come on in, water's warm, guys. We are not getting away from cryptocurrency. We're not getting away from blockchain. What they're working to do is put it through a centralized system. So there's this moment in time where it's going to be extremely volatile, but eventually this is just going to be a normal part of an asset. It's going to be a normal asset class. The big three are going to survive, and then the rest of the 97 cryptos that may survive are going to be fighting to have the funds to fight the SEC and regulation or the regulation at large. And there's going to be thousands of cryptos that get wiped out. Just my opinion. So I'm just following that plan. I can't predict the future, nor can you. We don't know what the 1% is doing behind the scenes. So I make sure that I pull profits. When the money's good, I pull profits and I secure it. And I make sure that my family is secured for a lifetime. Let's check this out.
Well, Bitcoin having a really strong session right now, up 3% to 66,373 per coin after its first halving event since 2020 concluded on Friday. Over the weekend, the token has been on a steady climb, rising 5%. Now, the Bitcoin halving event is this moment that occurs about every 4 years when the supply of Bitcoin is reduced by 50%. It also cuts incentives to Bitcoin miners and drives up the price they have to pay to put new Bitcoins into circulation. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive on maybe the next catalyst is the Bitcoin Foundation chair, Brock Pierce, an early adopter, very early adopter of Bitcoin. Brock, okay, so the halving event has concluded. Everybody was waiting years for that. What is the next catalyst you see?
Well, I mean, it's what we've seen. Bitcoin had record fees during this halving, because a lot of what we call layer two technologies, the idea of building on Bitcoin, if you've heard of Ethereum, it's all the other applications that had moved away from Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is back and delivering smart functionality, NFT functionality, meme technologies. All of these things are now being built on top of Bitcoin for the first time since almost a decade ago. And so, in anticipation of that, record fees as people are trying to get in to be the first on having all these new things that are being built on top of Bitcoin. Very exciting. And I'm happy with the price. Remember, people buy the rumor and sell on the news. So we were at $20,000, call it, earlier.
I'll leave it right there, guys. You guys know I've been preaching this to you guys since 2020. Buy the rumors, sell the news. I'm buying all the rumors, and when all it starts hitting the news, I'm selling on the way up in the next year and a half. Okay, so let's dive a little bit further into this. Warren, Elizabeth Warren, we know she's the anti-crypto. Elizabeth Warren gets second crypto-friendly Republican senator challenger. Republican Ian Kane cast Warren, who's running the third term as an absent senator, more focused on burnishing her national profile and aiding her constituents. So she's got another person coming after her around cryptocurrency. She's the one that says it's used for fentanyl use, used for illegal activities. Guys, they're all vying for their next positions. You know that, right? So 2 crypto regulation bills now amend and moving forward. This was 2 bills amended to address the hot button issue of crypto mining were amended and passed out of the Senate, City, County, and Local Affairs Committee today. They will likely vote in the Senate tomorrow. So we went from like crypto is not even going to be here to now they're passing bills. This one specifically is about mining, the energy intensity, the noise of it, right? So they amended the bills, but these bills are passing through. And I believe this is in Arkansas. Yep, this is in Arkansas right here. So the bills aims to regulate crypto mining, address some of the problems created by Act 851 in 2023, which sharply curtailed the ability of Arkansas cities and countries to regulate the industry. So we're seeing I thought it was, we thought it wasn't a legit asset class, but why are they passing bills? Why are they regulating this stuff? New regulations get European banks interested in crypto services. Europeans' largest bank are moving into crypto thanks to regulation. We're here, guys. So we're here. We buckled up, and maybe you're new to crypto. So let me speak to both parties here. So maybe you've been hanging out since 2017, 2020. I got into crypto late 2019 going into 2020. I didn't really I started to study it in 2019, started to really enter early 2020. So I'm still pretty early to this as well. But if you're coming into crypto, you're still really, really early. Now, here's the caveat. I don't trust the system. I just don't. So I always pull when I have profits. Okay. The amount of money I made from 2020 to 2022 is so unrealistic. It's unbelievable how straight up this stuff goes. And we're anticipating, based on historical patterns, it's going to do the exact same thing around September, October. It's going to shoot up on the back end of the year and it's going to go through a bull run in 2025 if it follows the same pattern, right? With all the institutional adoption, as Brad Garlinghouse said, if the market doubles, you're going to see price appreciation, right? Then you're going to see it pull back once again going into 2026. Then you're going to have another 4-year cycle. 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030 will be the next Bitcoin halving going into 2030. I think it's 2030 or 2029. I've been saying that banks will be custodying your crypto by 2030. This is just historical patterns, guys. First they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. We went from it's used for money laundering, it's a fraud, to a Bitcoin ETF, to now regulation coming in, bills being passed, everybody pushing forward towards it. We have to, guys. The old analog system is dead in banking. The old banking system is dead. The dollar is dying out. Since 1913, the dollar's collapsed 99%. It's a fiat currency. It's a fake currency since 1971 when we attached to the gold standard. The only reason it has value is our belief in it. BRICS is de-dollarizing. We're heading into a new way of regulating finances. There's going to be a bag of currencies. You're going to have a bag of currencies that's going to be regulated across an even playing field. That's my opinion. And it's going to run across blockchain, distributed ledger technology, and a fast messaging system, which is ISO. Then supply chain is going to move at the speed of light, things like VeChain. Okay. So that's how my brain works when I invest in these. XRP, bridge currency. XLM, bridge currency. Okay. You have HBAR, decentralized applications. Okay. You have things like QNT that connect all this together, just like they did with interbanking, bringing all the banks together. What else do we got? We got VChain, did I say supply chain management, right? So things moving, ISO, moving at the speed of light, money, supply chain is going to have to move. Very simple way to invest is just being intelligent around it. Okay. But I'm not married to these cryptos. When they go up, I'm out. I'm exiting 50% long term. I don't care what any influencer says this crypto is going to. I said it based on my expertise with my team. I have an amazing team, the Good Morning Crypto Show. I take my wise counsel from my team. They do Fibonacci. They set up my exit targets on the way up using Merlin. You can get 30 days for free with the co-founders and creators. We use Merlin to exit the markets. Click the description down below. We can show you how to do an exit plan as well. So as it's exiting, I pull out from the top. Super simple. It's nothing complex. I insure my money. I max fund my index universal life policies. From there, I look at the landscape and I make decisions. I'm like, okay, for me, insurance is a long-term strategy. I want to access my money tax-free at retirement. It's not a retirement plan, but because of tax code 7702A, I can access my money tax-free. It's also nice. I can get market-like returns because it's indexed. They're not sexy in the beginning, but on the back end, they really accelerate. I absolutely love that because rule number 1, don't lose money, Warren Buffett. Rule number 2, follow rule number 1. Protect your wealth, protect your wealth. There's not going to be an opportunity like this in history if you do it correctly to make this amount of money in a short amount of time. So you may as well get your family set up. That's what I did from 2020 to 2022, and I'm about to create generational wealth from 2024 to 2030. It's done. It's written. We can all do this together, but you have to develop financial discipline, first of all, financial literacy, financial discipline. Then you need to learn how to earn. Once you learn how to earn, you need to learn how to protect and grow that money. And then on top of that, I have the Rockefeller system all set up so that it'll waterfall from generation to generation for 1,000 years. So that's what I have going on, guys. I love you guys. All these resources down below. I want to make it very clear. So my insurance arm is separate from my 3T Warrior Academy because I have my insurance arm, which I have licensed insurance agents in all 50 states to help you with free consultations. There's tons of scammers out there. We do not invest people's money. Okay. It's a free consultation. You'll understand you're talking to my insurance team. That's for the insurance arm of our business. Then we have the 3T Warrior Academy, which is an education academy. Okay. It's just education. Just share with your paradigm. We have live calls. I do live calls on a weekly basis. We have tons of calls from our crypto team doing live calls. Just education platform to help you be around like-minded individuals. You can join that academy 7 days for free down below, or you can download a free PDF. So tons of resources for you. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Let's make it a great day. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go.